is.
Ankita, sir.
And more than anything else, Kunal, I think you should give us probably a little introduction is the automotive passion for it. Because we know the cinema side of the whole thing. Now I think you need to give us a little about how you got into motorsport, into the fact that you did F3, etc. So please tell us a little about that and then we can discuss.
Well, so I think the earliest memory I have of being obsessed with cars is what every I think child has, which is the little Matchbox cars. And I had a whole collection of them, and I remember being
You still have them?
No, I don't, unfortunately. I would like to go back to collecting them, actually. I remember being incredibly possessive about them. I was a child that would share everything except for those cars. So I think that was my earliest memory. And I stayed in an apartment block where there was this one guy. His name was Ajay, and he used to have this open Jeep. He was somebody who was into rally driving. And I must have been 8 or 9 years then, and I remember feeling like he was the coolest gentleman on the planet. And I remember he used to take us, we were about 5-6 kids, and he used to take us in his open Jeep. And he used to go to this empty plot of land, not very recommended, but he would go to this empty plot of land and drive really fast and pull the handbrake. And the car would do these like spins, and we used to feel like, wow, this is now heaven and this is the coolest guy in the world. So, I mean, that is the earliest memory I have of, somebody who used to drive a rally car and doing all these cool things in his Jeep. And around 8-9 years back, a friend of mine actually owns a garage, and he's into restoring old cars. So I spent a lot of time with him because we're both passionate about cars, and he actually recommended this rally driving school outside Bombay, which was close to Karjat, which was run by this gentleman called Pradeep. And it was a very, very cool place. It was a place which had a track, it had obstacles, it had a bit of a little mountain that he had built, it had the water pit. So I used to go there on the weekends and I used to train with him. And it was incredibly good fun. Unfortunately, I don't think it was sustainable for very long, and he had to shut it down. But I spent a fair amount of time there with him. And 3 years back, I obviously had not had enough, and I have not had enough. So I went to Abu Dhabi, where they have the Formula 1 circuit. And they also have this Formula 1-3 training circuit, which is when the circuit's shut. They have trainers that help you put you into a Formula 3 car and take you around the circuit, and then they leave you loose.
These are the Renault engine ones, isn't it?
No, these are not the Renault engine ones.
The Ford.
Sorry?
The Ford, I think Ford.
I think they're the Ford ones, yeah.
Ford.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was something that completely blew my mind, and that's something that